Hello everyone, what's happening? This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about Medusa. And I gotta tell you all, she is impressing me something fierce. This girl is pretty damn ridiculous, but before I get to really jumping into her, I want a bit of a rant against old Netmarble. You see this gold here? I got 3,605 gold. The reason I have 3,605 gold is because Netmarble didn't give the APK very much gold. I think there was around 12 or 13,000, something like that. It wasn't very much. And when you start re-rolling ISO 8 sets, it doesn't take long to run out of gold, and that's exactly what happened. I actually was trying to roll for an ISO 8 set for Medusa, and yeah, I didn't get jack. This thing was Hawk's Eye set, and with Hawk's Eye, you do have, all attack, crit rate, critical damage, dodge, and cooldown, but you have no ignore defense. And because of that, her ignore defense was only at 42%. Even when I had ignore defense on her uniform, the blue stat, if I had ignore defense on her blue stat from her gear, then I wouldn't have enough cooldown. So one way or another, I usually was going to lose cooldown or lose ignore defense. And cooldown's more important because you want to be able to rotate through your skills. So I was re-rolling that thing, hoping to get Power of Angry Hawk, so I could get that extra ignore defense. However, you saw that I didn't. I ran out of gold, which sucks. Now, these stats that you're looking at right now are the stats that we're going to use against World Boss. But I pre-recorded a video doing a run against ABX with the Hawk's Eye set. Luckily, I did that run before I decided to re-roll for Power of Angry Hawk. So the crit rate for the ABX run that you will see, she had 42% crit rate, she had 156 critical damage, she only had 42% ignore defense, she had max skill cooldown, and she had 68% dodge. So that's something to keep in mind. She only had 42% dodge, or 42% ignore defense, and she only had 156 critical damage. Terrible, terrible stats. And what she was able to do with this build was pretty freaking bonkers. She does have 32,500 physical attack. She is transcended and awakened, of course. She has 45,000 HP. The card set on this account is about 60% physical attack and about 20% max HP. She has no physical attack Urus. So what you're going to see is actually pretty bonko, considering she doesn't have any physical attack Urus. There's no Odin's Blessings, nothing like that here. Only some skill cooldown Urus and one ignore defense. And that's it. That's it. Which is going to make what she's going to do even that much more impressive. You take a look at her awakened skill. Now, I'm probably going to end up changing the rotation compared to what I've already done. I just didn't have a lot of time to practice. I had to work all day. I only got practice for, about 10, 15 minutes. I really didn't have a whole lot of time. So I might end up changing the rotation, but I'll explain what I'm doing in today's video in the rotation. But the reason I'm thinking I might change is because you get an increased damage by 50% for one attack. That's not a lot, but it's for one attack. And you really want that on your main damaging skill. And in her case, it's her 5th skill. What I'm doing right now is I cancel the tier 3, or not the tier 3, but the awakened skill almost immediately. You're going to get all these stats almost immediately. So in the ABX run, she will have, higher critical damage after the awakened skill for 10 seconds because she gets 35% critical damage for 35%. But for most of the fight, she won't. It'll just be those weak stats that you all saw. She gets the damage accumulation, which is really nice, but it only lasts for 5 seconds. So I pretty much cancel the awakened skill to get the damage accumulation, to get the all attack buff by 20%, and just go straight into her 4th and 5th skill. And I'll show you what I'm doing. She does have all defense soundness, but it doesn't work in World Boss, which is also going to make what she does today even that much more impressive because she relies on nothing but raw damage. Her passive, guaranteed dodge, crit rate, it's all good. She has nothing really on her 1. She has really nothing on her 2. Her 3rd skill, this is very important for her. She increases all attack by 70% and crit rate by 45%. So when you use this skill, her critical rate is going to be pretty much maxed out. So we will have max critical rate pretty much for the entire duration of the fight in World Boss and in ABX, just not max critical damage. And she has a heal on top of that. She also has, she has, again, all defense down, but it doesn't work at World Boss, and she has 30% ignore defense. really think that's kind of whatever. And the ignore target dodge rate by 30% is nice, but I wish it lasted for 10 seconds instead of 5. 5 seconds isn't very long. Then in her fifth skill gives her 35% increase of all attack for 6 seconds, plus a paralysis that works against world boss. She also has incapacitation, but the thing about her is if you combine the third, I do the third skill and then the fifth skill, you're going to get 105% increase of all attack. And on top of that, she has a self-buffing passive that gives her an increased damage dealt to supervillain types by 45%, which applies to all Inhumans, which she is. Then her leadership, they gave her an extra 3% extra attack on her leadership. Now she has 45% increase of all attack to universal types. Well, let's jump into skill preview and let's talk about the rotation. So what I'm doing right now is I hit the third skill to get the 70% attack buff, and then I hit the awaken skill, and I'll cancel the awaken skill almost immediately. So we'll hit the third skill, then we'll hit the awaken skill. As soon as her hair sprouts out, then I go into the 4. And then when her hair sprouts up in the air, she'll dig her hair into the ground and then it comes up. And as soon as it comes up, you want to hit that fifth skill. And that's what you're trying to do. Whenever you use the awaken skill, you cancel it immediately. You get the damage accumulation immediately. Here, we'll do it again. Well, let me do it again. Let's put this over here. Kind of tricky to do with a cursor here. All right. And you can see right there, she got the damage accumulation. I didn't click on it quite fast enough, but she got the damage accumulation. There we go, right there. So she gets it immediately. So it's 3, awaken, hair spread out, then I go into the 4, and then her hair is going to go into the ground, then I hit the 5. And then I usually just skip out on the 2 and the 1. You could throw it in there whenever the proc's engaged. I'll usually use the 2 and the 1. And this rotation might change. It might change. And then after that, I'll wait till there's about 2 seconds left on the 5th skill. Then I'll hit the 3rd, cancel into the 4, do the same thing. When the hair sprouts into the ground, then I go into the 5th skill. You'll see me at times, I'll cancel the 4th skill a lot quicker because the proc will trigger early. If it triggers early, what I try to do is I just cancel into the 5th skill immediately because I want about 3.5 to 4 seconds of the proc on the 5th skill. Most of your damage is going to come from that 5th skill because you're going to get that 35% attack for 6 seconds from the 5th skill, and it's just a long skill. It does a lot of freaking damage. You'll see what I'm doing. Really, you could probably just cancel the awaken skill immediately and then go into your 5 and 4. But again, I might end up changing the rotation. We'll see. We'll see. And in the ABX run, we did have the Hawk's Eye set. So we were getting some, not 40%, but we were getting about 35% of all attack, I believe. 35% increase of all attack. So we will be getting that buff in the ABX run. Like I said, I pre-recorded it. I had the Hawk's Eye set equipped before I started trying to roll for Power of Angry Hawk, and then got screwed because it didn't have enough gold because Netmarble didn't hook us up, which is kind of sucks. Hopefully next time they will. But the thing that's going to be really impressive today is, one, we have no Urus here except for the skill cooldown nor defense, no physical attack Urus, and we're not going to get any set bonus here. We're not going to get any attack bonus at all, which is really going to show how strong she is. I am running with a CTP of Rage because I did an ABX run. A lot of people were requesting a Rage, so I thought I'd go with this. We do have the ignore boss damage decreased by 60%, and she does have a mythic uniform. As far as her uniform bonuses, you got Crystal for the first one, you got Spidey 299 for the second, which kind of sucks because he's a paywall. Really sucks leveling up those uniforms. A lot of people won't be able to level up that uniform. The third uniform is Hulk, which is great. The fourth uniform is Cyclops. This is really great because a lot of people already have Cyclops. It's a great uniform for him. It's the best one for him as of right now, the recording of this video. And then you have Luna. This actually isn't too bad, even though she's a paywall. A lot of people already have this uniform. However, probably quite a few people don't. And since she's a paywall and you might not have her, although she's probably the most recommended paywall of them all, I say her and Namor are probably the top 2. But yeah, unfortunately, that's just one of the things that kind of sucks about this uniform for Medusa. As far as the uniform effect, nothing really big. Enhanced effective skill. Merciful Queen, changed effective skill. queenly gaze. So we're just going to jump into World Boss first. And I'm just going to give you guys a glimpse of what she can do. We're going to try to attempt stage 60. We're not going to try to clear it. Now, I realize that she already has critical rate on her passive, so Warwolf's critical rate isn't going to stack up on top of hers. But his 30% critical damage will give her a little bit more critical damage. And we're going to use Shuri for the 35% decrease of damage received and the increase of 45% damage to supervillains. You know, plus Medusa is going to have the 45% damage on supervillains that's buffing herself on top of her own leadership. Pretty crazy. And we're not going to use any strikers. We're not going to use no all defense down, just raw damage against stage 60 with a suboptimal team up. This is not a max team up. There are better supports than Warwolf, especially on my account, where you would have pretty much almost a max build. So let's check this out. Now, the only thing we got to worry about is getting snared. So here we go. So we're going to hit the third. We're going to hit the awakening. There we go. We're going to let her sprout her hair into the ground. There we go. And then look at that damage. Now, this is with no damn Urus. I mean, this is with no attack bonus from her ISO 8 set. Now that is freaking crazy. Now you probably want to play with anti-venom. Here we go. Now look at this. Man. I mean, she is got some power. Now there I canceled the 4 a little bit early. There we got snare, we got snare, we got snare, we got snare. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Kind of screwed up there. Okay, I had to switch my character because Medusa was right in the middle of doing something there, right in the middle of a skill. Okay. Come on, Medusa. Now look at her, man. Oh, she canceled my 5th skill, that little heifer. Oh, we're going to wait. We're going to wait. Okay, here we go. We didn't even get to use our 4th skill there because Proxima being a little bit of a pain. But look at this, man. You tell me this girl isn't strong. Tell me she isn't strong. Oh my God. We just tanked all of that. And that's because of having that extra HP, which is pretty sweet. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. I got a little worried. Went to my skill a little early, but still. Look at that. Woo! I'm going to go ahead and pause it. But you can definitely see that she can do this. Stage 60. No all defense down. No strikers. Nothing. Yeah, it'd be a little difficult to maybe keep her alive, but 60,000 HP? That is crazy. That's a lot of damn HP. So, you know, having the Transcendent on Medusa just gives her the Transcend, actually gives her just more survivability having that extra HP. You're going to get more of a heal from that 15% recovery. But I still don't think the heal is really good enough. Honestly, you've seen how much damage Proxima did to us in a short amount of time. I still don't think it's good enough, but it is a whole lot better than what it was before. I'd just probably put anti-venom in there and run World Boss with her with anti-venom. So she is pretty freaking insane. So now we're just going to take her into ABX. I'm going to do that pre-recorded run for all of you. And remember, I did have that Hawkeye ISO 8 set equipped, so we were getting 35% increase of all attack at times whenever it was proccing. So let's jump into the ABX action and let's rock and roll. Okay, so I tried to set up a team that I would use on Female Universal Day, and we got Phyla Vel for the 30% increase of all attack to universal types, and we do have Quasar just for a little extra set bonus. I did try running Captain Marvel in here, but honestly I couldn't tell any difference in the damage having her as part of the team. And anyways, this was really my best run because I was able to cancel all the roars. Like I said earlier, I just didn't have a lot of time to practice, which kind of blew. But here we go. All right. And see right there, I canceled the 4th skill because I want to keep most of the proc on the 5th skill. That 5th skill just has a long animation. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Now, we're not going to use our 4th skill now because we're getting near that 2:08 mark. At 2 minutes and 8 seconds when we need to cancel that beast roar again. So we're going to wait. We'll wait. Now we're going to hit our 4th skill. There we go. We silence the beast. We cancel the roar. And remember, you know, this is with no Urus. This is with a crap build. Low critical damage. I mean, it's pretty impressive. It really is. Especially after what we all saw what she did against Proxima. Stage 60 Proxima with no strikers, with no all defense down. That's impressive. That is impressive. That much raw power. Just think about it. A character with that much raw power, she's probably going to be pretty damn insane. I missed my 4 there. She's probably going to be pretty damn insane against GBR, against Galactus. Think about it. She's probably going to be really freaking strong against characters like that, against some boss like that, because she doesn't rely on all defense down at all. And in Shadowlands, she's going to be a freaking ridiculous because she has all defense down to apply there. Now we're going to cancel the beast roar. Boom, minute 16. Since the beast got stunned about a minute 16, we wanted to cancel the roar, so we made sure we used that 4th skill at a minute 16. Now this is just the APK run. I didn't want to do all that slow motion stuff and all that. We just kind of run through the whole, just do everything at normal, regular speed. Come on, girl. You know, and I'm not really trying to avoid meteors. I'm really just trying to focus on keeping my proc where it belongs. And I'm really just trying to focus on making sure I cancel the beast roars. Here we go. Now at 38 seconds, he could roar again. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. Now he's going to do this. And then right after, we're going to hit that 4th skill. Boom. See, the last time you cancel the roar, sometimes he'll do it at 38 seconds. Sometimes he does it at 34 seconds like you just saw. It just depends on what the beast is doing. That's kind of the tricky thing about canceling roars. Come on, come on, come on. But pretty bonkers. And something I'm noticing actually watching this run is that I'm having a 10-second cooldown on my 5th skill. That tells me that should be a 9-second cooldown. So I guess I didn't have max skill cooldown when I did this ABX run, which is crazy. So she got 2.5 million. 2.5 million with no Urus, with a weak build. It's pretty crazy, guys. Seriously, with 42% ignored defense, I mean, this is a pretty damn good score. Will she replace Captain Marvel? I don't know. Captain Marvel can max out the damn score on some accounts. You know, if they got her Odin blessinged up and cancel all 3 roars, who knows? But I can tell you, and you can see that she is absolutely a freaking powerhouse. So let me know how you're all feeling about Medusa, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.